to the season finale of The Speakers Don't Lie. I'm your host, WesTheTech, creator and founder of WesTheTech Productions, and I'm basically here to empower you as an independent recording artist to build a full-time music business so that you no longer work outside of your craft, all right? Now, with these episodes, what we pretty much do is we pretty much talk everything music, all right? From the music business to favorite artists to inspirations, all of these different things, all right? So it's really just a show for artists by artists, all right? Now, for today's episode, for the last episode of the season, I want to bring in a good friend of mine named Tav Mateo. The reason I wanted to save him for the last episode is because he is actually the first person to ever do my one song campaign, all right? So if you don't know what that is, I'll explain it. Basically, the one song campaign is when I basically give you an opportunity to create your first song. So, if you're someone who always wanted to do music and you've never done music before, but you've always wanted to do it, all right, you can actually come in, work with me, and we get to do your first song on the house. That means absolutely free of charge. I don't charge a penny or ask for a penny. I help you get your first song done. Because a lot of the times, all it takes is getting that first song to really propel you or get you to start actually pursuing a music career. So that's why I wanted to bring him on. I definitely want to talk about the one song campaign with him and how he enjoyed it. But I also want to talk about other things when it comes to music as well. And I think he's ready. So let me go ahead and bring him in. There he is. Yo. Mr. Tav Mateo.
You hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you well. What's going on, bro?
All right, I'm good, bro. How you doing?
Good? You good? Hey, Sue, thank you for joining in. Thank you, everybody, for joining in. Hey, Mac, thank you all for joining the final episode for season 1 of The Speakers Don't Lie. I was just telling everybody how you were my first one-song campaigner.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
That was amazing.
So first and foremost, thank you for, of course, joining the show. I consider you, my pupil, I'm saying, an extension of me because, you started your journey with the one song campaign, and I was just telling everybody what it is and, what I like to do for artists who, want to start making music for the first time. I want you to tell everybody, just like your experience with the one song campaign.
Yeah, of course. So basically, with the one song campaign, I knew Wes for a while. I knew him before he started his own studio. So pretty much me and my cousin, we were like the first artists a part of the one song campaign. And this was like back in like 2019 when I first wanted to like see if I wanted to do music. And so Wes, after we recorded some songs, we uploaded it to SoundCloud. I was like, I think this is what I want to do.
Yeah. That's what's up.
After that, like I enjoyed it. I followed up with Wes and, we here now. I mean, we still got a way to go, but what I wanted to do. So
that's what's up. And I love it because that's the whole purpose of the one song campaign. Everything starts off with an ideal, but when does that ideal turn into a purpose? You know what I'm saying? For a lot of us, sometimes we just need that extra push to, get us to, maybe I can actually do this, and I'm so thankful and grateful that you were able to do the campaign because, you're really starting to take this by storm. You're really starting to, actually do music full time, which is dope. You get what I'm saying? Which is definitely super, super dope. So I definitely just, I'm definitely just blessed that you are a part of it. You know what I'm saying? And I know there's going to be big things to come for you. I see you guys, Speaks Daniel say, what's up?
Yo, what's good, Daniel?
Look, you building a fan base and everything. Look at you. All right. So on this episode, as you know, the speakers don't lie. We're going to talk everything music. I'm going to first ask you some, questions, just some easy questions. And then we're going to get into the nitty gritty of, what it takes to really be a part of this music industry. So to start off with, tell everybody a little bit about yourself, especially where you're from.
All right. So basically, my name is Tav. I'm from Miami, Florida.
MIAO.
Yeah, 305. You feel me? Basically, I'm just a young black kid from Miami.
Word.
Always like a dreamer who was always interested in music. I actually grew up with my older brother, in introducing me to a lot of different music, hip hop.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, yeah, everything from like hip hop, R&B, just growing up with certain sounds and certain
Word.
that I was influenced by. And I
Mm-hmm.
always had like a knack for music. I always had a thing for music. So
Mm-hmm.
basically, when I was younger, that's when I actually started writing. Um,
Mm-hmm.
I actually started like trying to craft my first songs, but I
Mm-hmm.
never really took it seriously. It was just
Mm-hmm.
I always loved music. Music
Mm-hmm.
me to me, music is like a drug. Music
Word. I feel
kept
that.
me going. I can't really make it through any day without listening to some type of music.
I
You know,
love that. I love that.
so yeah, basically that's how it started with just me. Kind of like being introduced to like different sounds.
Mm-hmm.
I grew up as a Disney kid, so
Mm-hmm.
like even at home, my brother would like introduce me to like hip hop and rap and R&B and stuff
Mm-hmm.
like that.
Yeah.
Um, Listening to Disney, I kind of like was open minded to like listening to pop music and
Yeah.
uh EDM and
Disney got some tracks now.
yeah, like so many different types of sounds. So I was
Mm-hmm.
inspired by kind of like the best of both worlds in a way.
Mm-hmm. Bro,
So
I gotta ask you, what's your favorite Disney song?
man, I grew up listening to Radio Disney, so
Oh, okay.
it's I don't really have like a super favorite.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I was listening to Radio Disney with like Alicia Cara was like kind of taking off.
Word, word. Okay, okay.
with Here, and then
Yeah,
when One Direction was out, like I was
yeah, of
listening to
course,
like
of
a lot of
course.
that.
That's what's
And
up.
so
That's
that's
what's
like
up.
a lot of pop music, but that was what I was
No,
listening.
yeah, that's mentioning those two, One Direction and Cara, they're brilliant. You know what I'm saying? They're
Yeah,
brilliant. They started off, both of them started off, well, One Direction, the group, they started off young, and things like that. But yeah, they all have some great talent. I love their music as well, and it's good that you engaged in other genres, especially
right,
when you're from Miami, you're African American, you get what I'm saying? Hip hop is everywhere down here. You get what I'm saying? So I
right.
get it, but at the same time you still, we're listening to other music, and it shows in your music. You get what I'm saying? You
Right.
have a lot of diversity in your music that a lot of people don't have, you know what I'm saying? And that's a beautiful thing. So let me ask you, you say you started writing and stuff when you were young. Like,
hmm
was it the Disney radio that inspired you to do music in the first place, or was it something else? What actually inspired you to be like, you know what, let me write this for the first time?
So I think what inspired me to write was just like I was always that type of kid who was reading since I was young. Like
Word.
my mom always kept a book in front of me. I
That's
was
good.
all, I was all language arts and like, literature. That was always something that I kind of excelled at. And I love
Word.
stories. I love stories. I love movies. I love TV shows. And
Mm-hmm.
so I don't know. I just started making my own kind of like stories and
Mm-hmm.
kind of like carried over into the music to where
Mm.
I kind of like think of a concept and I would just like write it out or something that was going on with me in life.
Dope.
Like I would just write about what's going on during my day.
Word.
Or if I had like
Word.
a crush on a girl at school, you feel me?
Yeah.
Like some
Yeah.
small type love stuff, like
Yeah.
love songs. I would write
Yeah.
that. And that was kind of like my base
Word.
for writing.
Word. And what's dope about that is because that's how hip hop was formed. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Hip hop started with, people in certain areas expressing what they were going through. It wasn't really a show thing. It was really a release of their truth. You get what I'm saying? Like when you think of like the first hip hop music, you think about, the message, you know what I'm saying? And you think about songs like that, like when it first came out, you're like, yo, he's talking about what's really going on. You get what I'm saying? And
Right.
that's a beautiful thing that you actually had that type of start when it comes to your music journey, because that's the most authentic. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
that's absolutely dope. So let me ask you this: who
hmm
would you say, as far as what artists would be your biggest inspirations?
Man. I have to give him props because he was number one. I mean, I'm
Mm.
influenced by so many people,
Word.
but the person that inspires me the most
Mm.
to this day is Drake.
Drake.
I know it's cliche.
How ironic! Did he just come out with a project?
Yeah, and I mean, we could talk about that too. I kind of think CLB, it wasn't his best, but uh,
I've heard that a lot. I've heard that a lot.
till this day, even
Mm,
though he might be like mediocre in
mm,
terms of like certain types of music that he drops now,
mm,
Drake remains my biggest inspiration. Just because
mm,
back then he
mm,
was like the first rapper, not one of the
mm,
not first, but like one of the first rappers who kind of
mm,
made singing for a rapper okay. And he kind
mm,
of made it commercialized and kind of made it a little
mm,
bit extreme. And so at that time when I was younger,
mm,
this was probably like back what 2009,
mm,
2010.
mm,
So when he first came out with his first couple projects, that
mm,
was kind of different back then. And I was like,
mm,
oh, okay. And lyrically, he was in his bag in terms of a rapper, but like
mm.
he could really sing. He
Yeah.
the best singer, but he could
Mm,
hold the tune. And I was like, that always caught me.
yeah.
And so from then, I was just like, yo,
Mm,
this dude is inspiring me to like
mm,
rap in a way and
for
sing
sure.
that nobody
Mm,
else is doing.
mm. So that leads me to ask this question because of course when you think about Drake star, you know what I'm saying, for I would say even to this era now, you get what I'm saying. You know
Mm.
how they're always like, oh, the best in hip hop, the king of hip hop, and everything. I, for one, don't really believe in that and subscribe to that. Because everybody has their own taste. You get what I'm saying? Like
Yeah,
everyone rap and people rap about different things. You get what I'm saying? So like, there's a best rapper of the hood or the best rapper about this or the best rapper about this. But to say one best rapper, that's difficult. But, when it comes to that era, Drake's era, we all know there was the Kendrick Lamars and the J. Cole. You know what I'm saying? And there's always been an ongoing battle between those three and
right.
who's the best or who do you like more and things like that. You know what I'm saying? So would you say that because Drake was also singing, that's what put him above the other two for you?
Yeah, because I was already listening to like a lot of singing type music. And so
Mm,
I feel like with Drake coming along, he was like one of the first rappers that I was listening to who actually embraced that side more.
mm,
And so
mm,
with the combination of being like a high level rapper and then also like
mm,
really good at singing, I was like,
mm.
ooh, dope combination. And
Yeah.
I I was like, I was inspired by that. And that's kind of what I wanted to
Mm.
do. Be a kid that
I
did
feel
listen
that. I feel that.
pop and like pop music. I was like,
Yeah.
okay, how can I bridge the gap? And he was one of those artists that bridged the gap. And I just
Yeah.
took that. I was like, okay, I'll make that my blueprint. I'll rap and I'll
Yeah.
sing.
Yeah. No, that's what's up. And I appreciate that too. I appreciate the artists that can do that. And for my era, you know, that guy who would do the singing and the rapping was Three Stacks. You get what I'm saying? From Outkast. That was for my
Okay.
era, he was the dude that you didn't know if he was gonna sing on the track or rap on the track, but whatever he did, it was always quality. You get what I'm saying? So I
Right.
definitely feel that and I definitely connect to that. And when you could do both, it's one of those things is you don't know, they never see you coming. You get what I'm saying? They don't know how you gonna approach the track, and you're more diverse than those who just strictly rap. And I get that, and I feel that too. I mean, Drake is a legend in his own right, just like the other two guys. So I'm with it. So let me ask you this: if
Mhm.
you're if you're not listening hip hop or R&B, what genre would you listen to the most? Would it be pop?
I would say so. I would say
You would say
so.
so? Okay.
Yeah. I, you know, I know pop music is just like so commercialized,
Mm-hmm.
but and a lot of it, granted, is like kind of cheesy. It's kind of eh.
Mm-hmm.
But a lot of pop music, because I grew up listening to Michael Jackson too, and
Mm-hmm.
so he's the king of pop, right? And
Mm-hmm.
so just listening to that pop music and then venturing
Mm-hmm.
off and listening to so many other forms of pop music, it's kind
Mm-hmm.
of like that
Yeah.
genre is what I listen to the most
Yeah. And the thing
outside of
is,
hip hop.
and I love that because the thing is, it's almost like pop almost has like a bad stereotype to some degree. It's like, oh, you
Yeah,
listen to pop? Like, I don't get it. What's wrong with pop? Like, pop is
yeah.
absolutely incredible. You get what I'm
It's like,
saying? Without pop, we don't have Michael Jackson. Without pop, We don't have Prince. You get what I'm saying? Like, you can
Right.
talk about the N6 and Britney Spears all you want, but they got hits, okay? Like, I don't care what nobody say. I got Backstreet Boys on my iPod still to this day. You know, but
Right.
I'll still shoot somebody to face. So it don't mean nothing to me. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But pop, like, I feel like pop has certain elements that every genre has embraced. They just won't admit it.
Of course.
You get what I'm saying? Like
Of course.
catchy hooks, simple hooks. Like when you listen to
Yeah.
some hip hop music now, that's what it is. It basically sounds like pop music. So I don't get the whole me against pop. I don't like pop because everything is practically influenced by pop now. You know what I mean?
Right. Mm-hmm.
That's the source. So let me ask you this. All right. So being that Drake is your artist, I kind of want to see where you want to take this question, but if you had to listen to one album for the rest of your life, yes,
Oh,
that probably may be the hardest question of the day right
from
there.
Drake? From Drake?
From any artist, like your
Oh,
favorite album, the only album that, like, if they take away all music but leave you with one album, what album would it be?
oh man, why you do this to me, bro? That's crazy. I don't even know. It's like
You got it. Well, try to think of which album do you listen to the most?
from Drake specifically, or just like any
Just
album of all time
anybody, just
that I've listened
anybody. Yeah, your favorite album, number one album. You can't live without it. You can't put no album before it. Just your favorite album. It don't even gotta be from Drake, but if it is, I understand.
Man. Uh, I think I'll probably go a little different than this. I'll probably pick somebody other than Drake.
Mm, interesting.
Let's see. I'm trying not to go like too mainstream either. Like I'm trying
It's
to
it's it's whatever you feel. It's whatever it fit. It's what you like. You get what I'm saying? Your favorite album. You know what I mean? Like you stuck on an island. It's just you. You got a boombox player that's solar powered, and you got one CD. You could only take one CD with you. You know what I'm saying? What album?
uh okay. Okay. I'm trying to think. I'm trying to think. Da, 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 da.
It's too much.
It's so because I listen to so much music, so it's
No,
just
I feel you. I feel that's a tough one for me too. Like, I mean, I'll tell you one of mine. Yeah, I don't think I would be able. How about three? Your top three albums? Because I could give a top three.
all right. Top three of all time.
Mm-hmm.
I would have to say Thriller, of course.
Ooh!
That's an album that I've just revisited for life. I would revisit that album for life. That's just
Yo,
what it is.
yo, fun fact. Thriller is actually the most sold album worldwide
Right.
ever.
Yeah.
Still to this day. Still to this
Ever.
day. And in the US, it is the only album coming from a urban black person that went 3 times diamond. That
Mm.
means 30 million copies. It went 3 times diamond. And the interesting part of it, it went 3 times before he even passed. You get what I'm saying? So
Wow.
like, yeah. Michael Jackson, he the GOAT. He the GOAT for real, for real. So I get, and it was the Thriller album. So I definitely feel that. That's, I think, 36 times. I think it actually hit 40 not too recently. So 4 times diamond. But yeah, I get that. Thriller is definitely, from beginning to end, absolutely amazing. What's the next two?
Um, I would have to say, I would have to say, because I gotta put Drake in there, man.
All
Now that
right.
you said Drake, I'm stuck between Take Care and Nothing Was the Same. Those two albums, the sounds
Mm,
are incredible in both, and
mm,
it's hard to just pick one. But I think
mm.
I'll go with Take Care. I'll go with Take Care
No!
just because that
You have
album,
my soul!
I listened to it
All
so
right.
like Nothing Was the Same is amazing, bro. The quality, the
Mm-hmm.
production, but it's just I
Mm-hmm.
revisit Take Care so much, and I'm like,
Mm.
And I'm just going off based on albums that I revisit a lot.
No, yeah, absolutely,
Um,
absolutely. Because the thing is, take care is definitely there's a lot of there's more emotion in take care. There's more
yeah,
emotion in take care for sure, and I feel that I'm more of a nothing was the same guy myself. You know what I'm saying? Like songs like The Language and All Me, I can't live without those. You know what I'm saying? Like I
yeah.
became a Drake fan. Nothing was the same, believe it or not. Like Thank Me
Mm.
Later was all right. Take Care, I was just like, you know what I'm saying? But was nothing what the same came out. That's when I was like, all right, I get it. This dude is nice. You know what I'm saying? It took me a little while.
Interesting.
Mm.
Interesting. Um, and the last one I would say, um, favorite.
Mm-hmm.
Like, where should I go with this one?
You got Thriller. You got Take Care.
Hmm. Third.
I'm surprised you didn't mention that guy that I don't like.
Oh, Russ. Oh, you don't like Russ? Oh, now that you mention it, okay. But you said top
Don't you
three. So
dare.
I can't
Don't
say
you dare put a Russ album as the
nah,
third.
nah, nah. You said top three, so I can't even mention Russ. Like,
Okay, I was about to
I
say.
like he has an album that I really like, but it's not in my top three. Um,
Okay.
okay, so last I would just say Kendrick Lamar's album.
Mm-hmm. Which one? You got Good Kid, Mad City. You got To Pimp a Butterfly. You got Humble. Am I missing one? No, yeah, that's that. Oh no, yeah.
Good,
Before the first
Good
one,
Kid, Mad
Section.
Good Kid, Mad City was amazing, dog.
Good Kid, Mad City was absolutely amazing. It absolutely was.
And I was listening to that a lot.
Mm-hmm. So that's what we're going with.
I would say Good Kid, Mad City.
So you
Good
mean
Kid,
to
Mad
tell
City.
me, out of the
Just,
three albums, you don't
just.
have a single J. Cole album?
But you said top three. It's kind of
J.
hard.
Cole, J. Cole don't got a top three album
No,
for
I'm
you?
not saying J. Cole don't have a top three album. I'm saying it's kind of hard trying to pick like because since I listen to so much music,
I
trying
feel
to bring
that.
like pop into it and then try to do like rap and hip hop and then
I
try to pick
feel.
artists. It's kind of like, and I know somebody said Butterfly. No way. To Pimp a Butter. Listen, dog. It's kind of hard, bro, when you dealing with
No, yeah,
artists.
it is hard. It is hard. Honestly, it's a trick question because especially for people like me and you who listen to so much music, like you
It's
almost have
tough.
to sit there and like try to remember everything you listen to. You get what I'm saying? And say, so trust me, it's difficult for me too. Like if I
Yeah.
had to pick three, I probably would pick Lupe Fiasco's The Cool, Most Def. Um, Kanye West Graduation was absolutely incredible. Like I probably listened to that probably like a million times. You know what I'm saying? And my favorite artist, I know this is random, but it's T.I. So T.I. versus T.I.P. was just like, yes, T.I. And I don't know why
Okay.
people look at me when I say that. Bruh, find me another artist who could be that articulate coming from Bankhead. Please, I'll wait. Go ahead. Find me someone coming from the boroughs of Atlanta who could
Um,
be that articulate on the track. Go ahead, I'll wait.
I'm not sure, but no,
There
Ti is
ain't no.
nice. Don't get me wrong. Ti is nice, bro. Ti
Mhm.
is nice, but I don't like. That's your favorite artist
Favorite artist, without
of
question,
all time?
easily, easily,
Of all
easily.
time?
Because again, for me, it's not just the type of music he makes, but it's actually where he came from. You get what I'm saying? Like
Okay.
it something resonates to me when you come from the hood, but you're still educated. You get what I'm
Right.
saying? Like Tupac. Like Tupac was so educated. You get what I'm saying? It's like
Yeah.
there's already a stereotype from us coming out the hood. Oh, we can't do this. We can't do that. We can't do this. But then when you get someone like a Ti or a Tupac, that they're super articulate and super smart. That resonates with me. You get what I'm saying? Like when you look at
Yeah.
his features, it's like people like Jay-Z. You got really articulate people. You got really smart people. You know what I'm saying? Don't forget, this man came from Bankhead. You get what I'm saying? Like the boroughs of Atlanta. When you think about the other people who came from there, Young Jeezy, Gucci Man, you get what I'm saying? These cats aren't as articulate as T.I. You get what I'm saying? So for
No,
me, that matters. You know what I
I
mean?
agree with that, for sure, for
Yeah.
sure.
But so let me ask you this. So now we're gonna get to some more of the tough questions now. Some more of the tough questions. All right. So how long have you said 2019 is when we did the one song campaign, right?
Right. Yeah.
All right. So from 2019 to now, just your journey so far as an artist, what would you
Whew.
say would be the hardest part for you right now?
I would say the hardest part right now is
Mm-hmm.
overthinking everything.
Overthinking everything. Okay.
And what I
Elaborate.
mean by that is I tend to be a perfectionist in some way
Mm-hmm.
because me personally as an artist and just as a person, you try to like strive to be great at anything that,
Mm-hmm.
and
Mm-hmm.
so especially when you know you have talent to do it, you
Mm-hmm.
try to be like, yo, I want to put my best foot forward.
Mm-hmm.
But I say I tend to overthink the music. I tend to
Mm-hmm.
overthink how to be portrayed. I tend to overthink a lot of things. My name
Mm-hmm.
situation. Like I've
Mm-hmm.
thought about, you know, changing my name, and I did
Mm-hmm.
before work out, so I
Mm-hmm.
changed it back. And
Mm-hmm.
today, I ain't gonna lie, you probably gonna be upset.
Go
Today,
ahead.
today I was thinking about changing it, just to my plain regular name. No, I might not do it. I might not do. I might not do it. Just yeah.
Listen to me very carefully. Okay, for those of
Yeah.
you guys who don't know, this man has had a battle with his name. Like he's changed his name probably like 3 times. And I understand the
Twice.
overthinking because it's to a point that you feel like you don't want to make a mistake. You know what I'm saying? Or
Yeah.
you don't want to have a decision that you regret. You know what I'm saying? And I get
Yeah.
that, but the thing is, mistakes are unavoidable. You get what I'm saying? You're gonna make a
Right.
mistake. It's going to happen. Not every verse is gonna be perfect. Not every song is gonna be perfect. You get what I'm saying? But it's not about being perfect. It's about being you. You get what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, people are gonna love you for who you are as an artist, regardless of the perfectionist in you and things like that. You get what I'm saying? Because when it comes to music, what is perfect? You get what I'm saying? Like, what's the definition of perfect hip hop? There isn't any. You get what I'm saying? Like, can we identify an artist and be like, oh, he's the perfect artist? We can't do that. You get what I'm saying? There's no perfect sound. There's no perfect song. You know what I'm saying? So perfect doesn't really exist, but being the best version of yourself does. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah. For sure. For sure. I get that. Um, yeah, it's just been something I've been struggling with, just like my indecisiveness to try to,
Mm-hmm.
you know, just overthinking everything and just trying to say,
Mm-hmm.
okay, maybe it's better like this or maybe it's better like that. And like you said, like today, even though I was thinking of changing my name to my regular name, I was like, no, it's actually something great about being consistent with what you already have. Because
Yes.
if I'm
Yes.
too inconsistent, if I fall in and out of what I'm trying to do, then
Mm-hmm.
people are going to be inconsistent with me in terms of
Mm-hmm.
how they,
Yeah. Your fans are
view
going to
my.
be inconsistent. That's correct. Mm-hmm.
So I was like, you know what? Nah, I'm gonna double down on Tav Mateo. I'm gonna stick with it. I'm gonna ride this
Yes.
out.
Yeah.
Um, and I'm gonna just make sure I make the best stuff that I can and not slow down
Mm-hmm.
the process anymore. And when
Yeah.
it comes to music and songwriting, I even learned to also not overthink that as well.
Mm-hmm.
Because I think I'm a pretty great songwriter, but
Yes.
I tend to overthink my lyrics too much to the point where it's like, well, if I don't write exactly, you know, what I think is hot, then it's like I
Mm-hmm.
start over, stop, the song
Mm-hmm.
never gets out. So
Mm-hmm.
I think my biggest challenge is to like now I'm starting to accept, okay, accept my name, my artist name, stick
Mm-hmm.
with, enjoy the process more than
Mm-hmm.
being hard on myself with trying to come up with the best song ever, and
Mm-hmm.
just write from the heart,
That's
write
it.
what's on my mind, and
Yeah.
just go forward with it.
Absolutely. And the thing is, you know, I believe they call it the gift, the curse of the gifted, right? So for you, you're super talented and you are a great writer. You know, I co-sign that. And sometimes what happens when you're a great writer, you know, as it happens to you, you overthink. You get what I'm saying? Like for me,
Yeah.
I'm not that great of a writer, so I don't overthink anything. You get what I'm saying? I just do the best that I can. You know what I'm saying? And whatever that is,
Yeah.
I'm with it. You get what I'm saying? And I don't mind because at the end of the day, I produce and I do all of these other things as well. You know what I'm saying? But when you're super talented like yourself, you know, you always feel like it could be better. It could be better. It could be better. It could be better. You can always feel that way. Like that ain't never going. You know what I'm saying? Like that perfect, like it really don't really exist in music. And the part that's the most annoying about music is let's say you did make that perfect song, right? For you. It's like this is perfect, the perfect verse, perfect, everything's perfect. I love it. You release it and people don't like it. Then what? You know what I'm saying? It's like
Yeah.
you waste your whole life trying to make the perfect song and nothing happens when it gets released, which has happened. You get what I'm saying? So it's one of those things that, at least for me, I've learned that it's not about making a perfect song. It's about making a song that you like and finding the audience that likes it too, if that makes sense. You know what I mean?
Right. Right. For sure.
So is it just the overthinking?
Um, I think yeah, that's pretty much it. That's kind of set me back.
Mm-hmm.
Um, back in 2019, I was just like, oh, I want to do music. I was experimenting with it, and I was like, all right, I want
Mm-hmm.
to try a bunch of things out. And as far as my name, I was like, my real name is not bad, but I was like, oh, I want to do something artistic, and I want to do
Mm-hmm.
something.
Yeah.
Travis Scott. He's not even.
Yeah.
That's not his real name, but I want to do something like that, and I want to be known
Yeah.
like this. Da, da, da. And so over the past 2 years, so much has happened. And so
Mm-hmm.
now, getting back into music again, because I took like a year off, a lot of things
Mm-hmm.
was going on.
Mm-hmm.
And coming back to it now, it's like, all right, now I want to reinvent the wheel. Now I want to be like this, da, da,
Mm-hmm.
da. And it's
You're
like,
making it too complex.
I'm making it complex. And sometimes I found it's been a strain on my relationships. It's been a strain
Mm-hmm.
on the people that I work with. Because even they're
Mm-hmm.
like, hey, yo, I was with you on, this one part, but now you're just doing too much. Now I need you to
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
just stay here, be consistent, use what you
Yeah.
got, and just keep the ball rolling. Because if you
Yeah.
keep doing this, we're never gonna get nowhere. And so I
Yeah.
really sat down and I'm like, okay, I
Yeah.
need to just hone in on what I'm doing and just take it all the way
I feel
because it's
I feel
never,
that.
nothing's ever gonna be perfect.
Yeah, I feel that. I feel that. And you know what? And you know, it's funny because we talking about names. I just randomly remembered Childish Gambino. You know how he found his name?
Yeah,
You know how he found his name?
on the name generator. Yeah,
Yes.
yeah,
He just put his name on a name generator and it came out Childish Gambino and he was like, I'm going with it. You get what I'm saying? That's simple. That's
yeah.
simple. You get what I'm saying? Sometimes like certain things like it really don't matter. You know what I'm saying? Like at the end of the day, if your music fire, they're gonna know you for you. That's it. You get what I'm saying? Like, but you know, I'm glad that you're sticking to Tav Mateo. I think it's an amazing name. I think it's a great reflection of who you are. And you already released music as Tav Mateo, so why change it now? You get what I'm saying? Like,
But
but is that the only like besides obviously name change and when it comes to your writing, like is do you, is are those the only things? Do you ever overthink about releasing a song? Like
um,
whether you should or shouldn't release a song?
in terms of releasing a song, I kind of overthink that too,
Mm.
because you know, ever since you told me that you engineer, and I found out that you engineer, I'm like, yo, I've been having like a certain sound
Mm-hmm.
in mind for such a long time with how I want my music to sound. And
Facts.
so when you came to the table, I was like, oh no, 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 no. Like you can make me sound like how I pictured envisioned in my mind. Cause now
Word.
because before that, the
Yeah.
quality of my music was like it was below average.
Mm.
And
Mm.
you're kind of making me sound like the musical standard Sounds
Yeah.
good enough,
Yeah.
right? Or it
Yeah.
sounds really nice. The quality is good. There's no
Yeah.
problem. And sometimes I overthink that too. I'm like, nah, it has to sound like this.
It
It has
got
to
to start.
be
Yeah. Yeah.
like this. That's
Yeah.
the and
Yeah.
that's another thing about the perfectionist in me. But
Mm-hmm.
like you said, and I know that nothing can be perfect. You know,
Mm-hmm.
everything is a lot of things are subjective. You know,
Mm-hmm.
like you said, the perfect song, put it out, and then people say, "Oh, it's mid or it's trash,"
That's
because
music.
it's subjective.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
just do my best, put my best foot forward, and like put it out. But yeah,
Yeah.
and the question, I definitely think of overthink of putting out a
Yeah.
song for sure.
Yeah, nah, for sure. And history shows how life works. Like I remember De La Soul, De La Soul had that song, Me, Myself, and I. I'm sure you heard that song.
Oh yeah, of course.
Oh, Me, Myself. You know they hated that song? They absolutely hated that song. When they were doing the song, they didn't take the song seriously at all, which is why their verses they were just playing around because they never thought that it was gonna actually be a real song. And then the song got released and it became their biggest song. Like they never
Right.
liked it, they never took the song serious, none of that. And to this day, it's De La Soul's biggest song. You get what I'm saying? So that's
Yeah.
going back to what you say. Subjective, bro. Subjective, bro.
Yeah.
Songs that
Because
you hate,
worst.
people will love. You know what I mean?
Yeah, because the worst song to you might be the best song to somebody else, and the
Somebody
best
else.
song
That's
to you
it.
might be the worst song to you. It's all
Exactly.
like it's a matter. It's art, and everybody can
Exactly.
see art in different
In
ways, and
different
so
ways. Exactly.
yeah,
It's hey look, Drake, T.I. You see what I'm saying? It's like what? Like, yeah, T.I. easy.
yeah. To
You know what
me,
I'm saying?
Ti as a favorite
And
rapper,
I feel you. I feel you. It's music is
but to you,
subjective.
I see from what your perspective is and what you just said. Like I see why
Yeah.
your
Yeah.
favorite.
No, yeah, absolutely. And obviously the relatability too. You get what I'm saying? Because
Yeah,
coming from where I came from, I was one of the most articulate dudes. You know what I'm saying? It's like, wow, it's super dope, super dope. So let me ask you this. All right, so I know you're just starting, right? You're a couple of years into it, and you're really catching your bearings with all of this. All right, what
yeah,
what have you found as because obviously you're an independent artist, right? Because
uh,
everyone I work with are independent artists. Have you found being an independent artist challenging? Outside of the overthinking of the creation side, like the business side of it. Have you found that challenging at all?
oh yeah. I would think so because it's just there's so much that you have to be aware of as
Mm,
independent artist. I mean,
mm,
you already have like the odds stacked against you because
mm,
resources, finances. Like you
mm,
already have to like bring so much to the table and learn so much before you hop into this and
mm.
think about if this is really what you want to do because it's a lot of work.
It is.
It's like a job, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Even though artistically you love it and stuff like that, but
Mm,
if you really want to make this a lifestyle, there's so
mm.
much that you have to learn. But
Yeah,
yeah, it's
absolutely.
it's challenging for sure.
Yeah, for sure. No, yeah, because it point blank, it's a business. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
It's a business, and you're the owner of the business. So it's like, a lot of times when we think about the music, it's like, okay, I'm just an artist. I'm just making music. No, you're an independent artist, so you're actually making music and running a business. You get what I'm saying? It's
right.
both, and it definitely is challenging. Especially when you don't have a team. You get what I'm saying? Like one thing I can say, about you that's fortunate is, you have a few people that you could rely on for certain things. You get what I'm saying? Like you don't
Yeah,
have to do it all yourself, even though it's most of it you still got to do. You get what I'm saying?
yeah,
So, but I definitely feel that, and you know that's part of the reason why I made my videos in the first place. You know what I'm saying? Is to help independent artists like yourself, of all the things that I've figured out throughout the years. So, you know what I'm saying? I just hope it continues to be a blessing for everybody. You know what I mean?
yeah, for sure. Yeah, I've definitely watched a lot of the stuff you were talking about on your channel, And
For
it's
sure.
helpful. It's helpful because I'll turn around and be like, oh, I watched West video and I didn't know that before, and now I
Yeah.
know, how distribution works and
Yeah.
how publishing works and how
Yeah.
to all your royalties for a song. So it's
Yeah.
like, it's certain things that you have to be aware of. It's not like you just
Absolutely.
make music and just put it out and
Nah.
okay, like if it's good and people
Yeah.
are actually reacting to it in real
Yeah.
time, you could potentially build something through this.
Yeah.
So it's like
Absolutely.
you want to be well versed because somebody else
Absolutely.
will swoop in and be like, "Hey, I want to invest in you and I want to make you the biggest artist in the world,"
Hmm.
and then they just completely take creative control of everything you're doing.
Yeah.
They take
Yeah.
over what you're doing,
Happens all the time. Happens all the
and
time.
it's
Absolutely.
like now you're stuck. And then
Yeah.
the deal that you signed,
Hmm.
you know, you're getting little to nothing.
Hmm.
They're making majority of the money off of you.
Hmm.
You got to do majority of the work, and it's your
Yeah.
art.
Yeah.
So I was always that type of person. I was like, nah. I was always aware of
Yeah.
things that happened to like TLC. I've
Yeah.
heard that happened in the past to multiple artists who
Yeah.
weren't aware of what they were signing, or they were like,
Hmm.
damn near homeless, or
Yeah.
they were just in conditions where, they felt like that was the only opportunity that they could take,
Absolutely.
and they took
Absolutely.
it. And they got taken advantage of, and
Yeah. But I
so
mean, it's it's one of those things, when you really think about it, it's it's kind of how life goes. You get what I'm saying? Like
yeah,
it's like you said, it's a job, it's a business, just like anything else. You get what I'm saying? Like when you get a job, it's much easier, right? You
right,
get hired and you just do your job. You get what I'm saying? The infrastructure's already there. Everything's already put in place. The brand is there. Everything is there. You're just working for the company. You know what I'm saying? Like
right,
if you're working for McDonald's, there's not much you have to do but just do your job because
right.
everything's already there for you. But now when you say, okay, I'm gonna build my own fast food restaurant, now there's a bunch of work that you have to do that you would never have to do as an employee, right?
Yeah,
But you're gonna have more profit in the end than that employee will ever have. You get what I'm saying? So it's the same thing with being an independent artist and for a label. For a label, it's gonna come easy. You know what
yeah.
I'm saying? You get signed, they do all the work for you, everything. They
That's
do
your
your
employer.
promotions, your
Yeah,
brand, they do everything, and they give you a little cut. You know what I'm saying?
yeah. Wow.
But
Crazy.
unfortunately, if it's a cut like TLC, yeah, you're gonna be homeless real soon. You get what I'm saying? But you know,
Yeah,
you know,
yeah. You're
but
right.
so it's one of those things. I would never say record deals or record labels are a bad thing. I would just say know who you are as a person. You get what I'm saying?
Right.
If you know you're not up for that type of grind, that type of build from the ground up, and you're okay with not getting the lion's share of the pie,
Uh huh.
record label, it's perfect for you. It's perfect for you because they're gonna baby you, they're gonna do everything for you, and you're gonna be happy with the cut that you have. But if you want to make dumb money, you get what I'm saying? You're gonna have to work for it. You get what I'm saying? Have you yourself ever thought about, record label or record deal or anything like that?
Oh, of course. I've
Or
thought of it, for sure.
mm-hmm,
And I'm still open to it in terms of
mm-hmm,
like, you know, maybe a publishing deal or something like that. But
mm-hmm. If the
because
right deal
I'm
came along.
knowledgeable about because I'm knowledgeable about the business side of it,
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, even if I go into the deal, there's certain things that I'm gonna ask for off rip.
Off
I'm
rip.
like, okay, you're not touch like if I released 100 songs before I came to the table with you, you're
Mm-hmm,
not getting a cut of those 100 songs.
mm-hmm.
Those
Of course.
those belong to me. If we
Of
do a
course.
deal together, okay, you'll get a cut of the songs that
Mm-hmm,
we maybe you do a deal for 3 years. All
mm-hmm,
right, every album or every project that I release within those 3 years, all right, you'll
mm-hmm,
get a cut of it.
mm-hmm,
But anything prior, before you, you're
mm-hmm.
not getting a cut
I
of.
like that.
Anything
I like
after
that.
you, you're
Yeah.
definitely not getting a cut of. But
Yeah.
while we're in a partnership, because that's essentially what a partnership is. We are working
Yeah.
together. While we're working
Absolutely.
together, of course you're gonna get a share of what I'm doing. But
Absolutely.
yeah, I've thought about it, and I've thought about like percentages of, how other artists, like SZA. I heard for her album Control, she
Mm-hmm.
got like a 70-30 split on that
Mm-hmm.
album. And I'm
Mm-hmm.
like, oh,
Yeah.
like artist, that's really good because you're getting
Yeah. Well, I
I,
mean, you have to consider what label she was signed to. You know what I'm saying?
oh, exactly, yeah.
That's TDE. You know what I'm saying? TDE is one of those. Like I told myself, if I was an ever artist, that would probably be the label I would want to be on. You get what I'm saying?
Right.
Because you know what I'm saying. The dude, he's not a major. It's not a major record label. You know what I'm saying? It's the dude who started a record label in Cali. You get what I'm saying? I think J Rock was his first signing. You know what I'm saying? But since J Rock, it's been J Rock, it's been Isaiah Rashad, it's been Kendrick Lamar, it's been Schoolboy Q. You go, it's been Absol and SZA. They're all, and first of all, they're all amazing artists. You get what I'm saying?
All of them. That's
But
a lineup.
man, I'm telling you, the dude who started that label, like he is blessed. He is straight up blessed. He
Yeah,
Ransom, I think, is one of their more recent dudes. Like he signed quality artists. You get what I'm saying? But because it was a grassroots company and not like Atlantic Records or something like that, he was able to give them more. You get what I'm saying? And he was happy with like you said, the 30%. You get what I'm saying? Because she's huge. You get what I'm saying? She's absolutely huge. And there are some of those record labels out there, like the lower tier ones that can still get you there. You get what I'm saying? But those at the top, like the founding father record labels,
nah, no good, bro. Cutthroat. They'll take all your money,
done so.
leave you dry, no penny, no
That's it.
like you done.
That's it. You feel me? So
Yeah.
I feel that now. Of course, we definitely got to talk about, some of your music. Before we head out, we definitely got to talk about some music. The first thing that I want to ask you is what you got coming up next. Like, what's the next release that's on its
Woo.
way? You get what I'm saying? I want the people. I want you to tell the people what you got coming up.
All right. So this, I think my older music was great, and we definitely, we got to work on like Sheeta One and re-release Sheeta One,
Mm-hmm.
because I still like some of my old music, and I want people to be able to come back and listen to that,
Mm-hmm.
because it was taken down before, but now I'm re-releasing that.
Mm-hmm.
But after Sheeta One, I have some songs coming out. One's
Mm-hmm.
called Seduction. Uh,
Seduction.
Seduction,
All
yes.
right, I'm gonna need at least a synopsis of this. Well, what do you mean by seduction? Right? Did I say it right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Seduction is a song basically about I wrote it, it's kind of like I wrote it in like third person. So it's kind of
Mm,
like a song about a guy who um is trying to be his best self. Trying to
mm,
grind, he's trying to
hmm.
make a living, he's trying to operate in his purpose. But along
Word.
the way, something kind of comes in his life and kind of like interrupts what he's doing. And
Okay.
fell for it. But
Mm,
he says like, "Yo, this wasn't supposed to happen. Like, I'm on my grind. I'm
hmm.
doing my thing. I'm living my life. You
Hmm.
came along, kind of like disrupted everything, and
Hmm.
now it's a problem. Like, I
Mm,
know what we're doing is not right, but it's a
hmm.
problem. So that's
Wait.
what.
Okay. I'm curious. I'm curious. Something or someone?
Oh yeah, yeah. It's someone. My bad. Someone.
Someone. Okay. Okay.
Someone
Ooh,
comes
that's
along.
deep. That's
Yeah,
deep. That's
yeah,
that's that's interesting. That's interesting. And it's dope that you're doing it in third person. I know that's gonna be absolutely dope. So that's gonna be after Sheeta One. That's gonna be the next new release.
yeah. Seduction. Then
That's what's up.
I have a song featuring my cousin Brittany.
Word.
That's gonna
What
be fire.
word? You got a title for that one yet? Or y'all still working on that?
Not yet. It's like a lo-fi joint. It's real.
Okay.
It's something
Okay.
like it's real. I would say Kendrick-esque because I'm
Okay.
inspired by Kendrick a lot.
Okay.
So it's
Okay.
real Kendrick-esque in
Hmm.
terms of like the rapping, but the singing is beautiful, you know.
Word.
And we haven't had chose a name for it yet, but
That's
it's
cool.
crazy.
That's what's up.
And also, I got like a couple R&B joints that I'm working on because I think
Word.
my singing is underrated, bro. Like a lot of
Word.
people don't understand that I sing too. Again, I'm inspired
Yes.
by Drake.
Yeah.
So singing is about to be crazy once I hear
Word.
this.
That's what's up.
Sedu-
That's what's up.
Seduction is a
Yeah.
song straight singing all the way through.
Word. That's
And it's
what's up.
my best, so I'm excited. I'm excited.
That's what's up. That's what's up. And I just love seeing you flourish at this point. You get what I'm saying? Seeing the just being there to witness, when you're decided to take it serious and onward. You get what I'm saying? Like that's just
Right.
I think one of my happiest moments in our friendship is when you hit me up and you were asking me about LLCs and copyrights and things like that. I was like, oh, he's serious now. He's
Yeah.
serious now. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's when I get excited. You get what I'm saying? Because when you start talking LLC, copyrights, things like that, I'm like, okay, now it's a business. Now we about to make some money. You get what I'm saying? So
Right.
I love that. I love that for sure.
Sure.
So, for those who's watching, those who may not, haven't listened to your music yet or so on and so forth, where can we find your music?
All right. So again, my name is Tav Mateo. You can find
Mhm.
me on all streaming platforms: Apple Music, Spotify,
Word.
anywhere you listen to music.
Word.
Also, it was this like dope cryptocurrency type of streaming
NFT?
service that I kind of wanted to like shout out.
Okay.
So it's like the world's first like decentralized streaming service. It's called Audius,
Okay.
and there's a lot of dope artists on there. It's kind of like a cryptocurrency SoundCloud,
Okay.
right?
Okay.
And it's in its infancy stage. It's not huge yet. You got some big artists on there like Diplo,
Mhm.
uh, Russ is on there. You got a couple people on there, but it's a fairly new space. So I'll
Okay.
promote it, like, and
Okay.
shout out to all, new artists out there. Like, you want to kind of like put your music, a couple of these songs on there too, kind of get some
Yeah.
exposure. But yeah, you can
It got
find
anything to do with the NFTs?
uh it has. So basically with Audius,
Mm-hmm.
it's an opportunity for fans to invest and actually make
Mm-hmm.
money off of
Okay.
the artists that they follow.
Okay. Okay.
So basically, how the artist will make money is there's this currency called the audio token.
Okay.
Basically, based on how much buzz you bring to the app,
Mm-hmm.
the app pays you based on, of course, streams and stuff
Mm-hmm.
like that. But how depending on how many streams and how much buzz you bring to the app, that's how many audio tokens you get.
Mm.
Audio token is worth a certain amount of money. So
Yeah.
you have 50 audio tokens
Mm-hmm.
worth $100 each. I mean,
Yeah.
do the math. You out
You
here
made
making
500.
bread.
Yeah.
You're
Yeah.
making a lot more money than a lot of these other streaming services. So
Yeah. That's very interesting.
I just shouted out,
Mm-hmm.
occasionally to let
What is it called?
It's called Audius.
Uh, audience?
Audius. Yeah,
Uh,
Audius. It's the
okay.
world's
Audience.
first,
Okay.
you
Okay.
know,
And it's an
uh,
app. And it's an app, a streaming app, kind of like Spotify or something like
right.
that.
It's a
Yeah.
streaming app. It's on. You can download it on the App Store
Okay.
website.
Apple and Android?
Uh, yeah,
That's what's up. That's what's up. And you got your music on there now?
yeah. I got about 3 songs on there. Three
That's what's
songs.
up. That's what's up. That's what's up. I gotta definitely look into that. You know what I'm saying? That's very interesting. I'm gonna definitely look into that. I know there's a lot of things going on with, cryptocurrency and music and NFTs and things like that. I've been looking into a lot of that stuff, but what you're telling me, I'm hearing this for the first time, but it definitely sounds interesting, and it definitely sounds like it's about to be another tech tip video for sure.
Yeah.
But that's what's up. That's what's up. All right, so we're basically coming to a close. I think your cousin just hopped on, but
Oh yeah. What's that,
we're,
Cuzzo?
we're about to come into a close. First off, I definitely want to let everybody know. Of course, if you're listening to this, you're watching this, and you always thought about making music. You never did music before, but it's something that may be a calling on your heart, or maybe God is telling you, let's make some music. What I want you to do is, after you watch this video, go ahead and go to my website, all right, and download my free music business checklist. It's very simple. It's a free checklist that'll just give you 3 key things that you need to do to have an official music business, all right? So if you always think about making music, that's something that you definitely want to pick up. Or if you're an artist who's already doing music, you're already doing music, but you haven't really done anything on the business side of it yet, you're really just creating music right now, and you want to, really start taking it serious and do the business side of it, also go grab that checklist. It'll help you as well. All right. So make sure y'all go grab that. Again, it's on my website and it's free. Also, when you get a chance, go and listen to everything Tav Mateo has released. All right. It's on all platforms. All right. Make sure you go check it all out, from Dreams to She the One, just all of it. Go
Oh,
check it all
hey,
out. What's
I
up?
want to say one more thing before we end, right?
Yeah.
Because I obviously forgot.
Yeah.
I have a couple features coming out soon. So
Really?
Keem Colo, it's this artist named Keem Colo. He's a friend of mine.
Yo, Colo?
He's dropping
Colo's my
his EP.
guy.
He's dropping his EP soon. I believe it's what, next week, I think.
Yeah.
I'm featured on 2 songs.
Get out of here.
So when
Colo
that
didn't even
drops,
tell me.
that's gonna be crazy when that
That's
drops.
great. Wait, the project he's about to drop, the Do You Like
Yeah,
My Music?
yeah. Do you like my music? Yep.
That's what's up. Yeah, Colo's done music here. I worked on some of the project with him. I actually did the cover art too.
Okay, okay.
Yeah, that's what's up. I didn't know you was featured on it. That's what's up. That's
Yeah.
what's up. Yeah, that's dropping soon. Hey, you say you got 2 features on there?
Yeah, one is called Musically Gifted, and the other one is called
Word,
Baby. So,
word. That's what's up.
and I'm singing on those joints too. So,
That's what's up. That's what's up. We got it. Check that out. Big shout out to Kem Kulo. All right. Do You Like My Music? Dropping soon. EP dropping soon. Definitely got to check that out, bro. That's so dope. You doing features. You putting in work. You know what I'm saying, bro? I must say I'm absolutely proud of you, bro. The sky's the limits. Just keep
appreciate it.
pushing, bro, and stop overthinking. You know what I'm saying? Stop overthinking.
I gotta stop.
You gotta start. Yeah, but it's a good thing because it's a good thing to some point because that's where excellence comes from. You get what I'm saying? Being meticulous, being the Tom Brady's, being the LeBron James, and being meticulous and checking everything. That's how you become great. So it's good to a certain point, but you got to know when to be like, all right, it's good enough. You know what I'm saying?
Right, yeah.
That's what's up. So that basically is our show, ladies and gentlemen. That's the season finale. All right. Of course, Tav, bro. Thank you so much for joining. You know what I'm saying? Stay blessed, bro. Stay happy. Stay fruitful. Most importantly, fruitful. You know what I'm saying? And I'm definitely gonna check out that audience. Is there anything else you want to tell everybody before we go?
Uh, Not really. I just appreciate everybody who's been rocking with me for the past couple of years.
Word.
Um, and again, we just getting started. I'm just coming back to music. It's about
Word.
bigger than ever. I'm gonna
Word.
like double down on this for sure. So expect a lot of music for the rest of this year, and then next year we're
That's
about to
what's
go
up.
crazy. So much more music coming. So
That's what's up. I got one more question for you. One more question. Music video. Where we
oh,
at with that?
oh
Where
yeah.
we at with that?
So yeah, I'm about to like do a whole bunch of content for Instagram. So I'm
Mm-hmm.
gonna be on IG a whole lot. Music
Word.
videos are gonna be shot for sure. Uh,
Word.
I'm gonna be making a lot of content on YouTube. So y'all just expect a lot of content in the coming months. Right
Word.
now, I'm working out a lot of stuff between like audio and cameras and how I'm gonna set everything up. But
Word. Of
expect
course. Of course.
a lot more content from me. Expect a lot more.
Word. That's what's up. Yeah, I love to hear it. There you go, folks. Be prepared. Prepared for all the content you're coming out with. Again, Tav Mateo. You know what I'm saying? Stay blessed, brother. You know what I'm saying? Happy to have you on the show. You get what I'm saying? That wraps up season 1. Thank you, everybody, for joining in and being a part of it. And y'all stay blessed.
All right.
Peace.
Those